And again, you're blocking the hip, you're hopping around, and you're pulling the trigger on a really, really clean counter. You just clock the guy. The common defense is called a hip block and hop around. We're on the hop around action and also the hip block, the hand block actually on the hip. And it's a fairly common defense. You see a lot in judo and as well as sambo. We tend to do more hip cuts and hip blocks. You see that a lot today. That's what we do, and we'll talk about that momentarily. But let me show you the basic move here. So if Derek comes in to a right-sided, let's say, let's start with a hip throw, seoinagi. Okay, let's do a one-arm shoulder throw. And let's do it right there, okay? Now what I'm going to do is, as he's coming in, I'm going to hit him palm down, not palm up, because that'll hurt my wrist, okay? Hit him with the heel of your hand, give him a shot right on the hip as he's coming in. And that kind of stops the forward action. And as you do that, hop around. Now, as soon as you hop around, you better be ready to pull that trigger and do a counter move. Because if I just stand here, he's going to come right in again, and he's going to bury me. So don't just think you're getting off the hook by hopping around. That's the worst thing you could do. So here's the basic block and avoidance, okay? So as he's coming in, block and hop around. See, like this. And now I'm away from him. I've created space and I'm avoiding the technique. That's a very basic move. Some people, you see, older guys, you know, like in the real old Kodokan, they would hop around big. They'd come in and they just really hop around. And great for them if they can do that, you know. I'm too big of a fat boy to do that. I can't jump around like that anymore. But if you can do that, great. But that's the idea of avoiding a technique, okay? Now, my preference, and you see this a lot, and we do this a lot at Welcome Mat, is when he comes in with that, I'll do a hip block and cutaway, and I'll nullify his throw there, tear away, and then I literally stop his momentum forward, and that really just stops the attack. Okay, I'm not avoiding it, I am just totally killing it, okay? So when I do the hip block and cutaway, and cut like that, I can stop there, I can still come back and attack, but I've really stopped him in his tracks. He still has momentum unless I counter. So it just takes a lot of skill and a lot of timing to do a hip block and a hop around. So we'll do that. So let's look at the hip block again. As he comes in, bam, block, there's the hip block right there. Okay, this hand block actually, right on the hip. And as I'm doing this, I'm going to hop around kind of at an angle here. Later on when we do the counter throw, which we should do immediately, okay, I want to be in a position where I can counter. I don't want to just be there and loose because he will come in and drill me, okay? So let's do that first, get that skill down with the hand block and the hop around. Get around it. Also I might add, when he's coming in from this angle, don't let go with his hand. Here's your hand on the lapel, whatever you got up here. As soon as you do the block, keep this because you may need this for later to grab and attack him. So as you block here and hop around, now I can grab here, I can come and dive in with a throw or something. So you better be ready for that, okay? So as soon as you hip block and hop around, have in mind a good attack you're going to counter attack with. We're going to show you a few here momentarily. Okay? Let's do that now. Just do the hand block and hop around.
Put your hand on their hip. Think about letting him do a lot of that work for you with that hop around. And I think of it more as a float. I float around instead of hop around. So blast in on me. And I just let him kind of float me around. Like that. And I get cleared around like Steve was showing you. And it creates that space and that angle. But instead of him coming in and me going and trying to step around it, or coming in and thinking I've got to hop around like that, it's a hop around, but think of it kind of as a float. And getting your hand on the hip, and you kind of lock it in here, and when he keeps turning, he just kind of lifts you around there. And see what that does for you.
Catch him on the way in, not when his hip gets all the way there. If his hip's all the way there, he's not going to float you around. You see it coming in, you brace it, and then you just kind of let your feet come up, and he will push you around by the centrifugal force that he's making.
Give it a try. Good. a hand block against the hip, hip block type, and hop around. Now we're going to hit with a Tani Otoshi, a valley drop. This is a classic counter to any forward throw, and it's quite useful against a Seoi-nage or Koshi-garuma. Mike's going to come in on a Koshi-garuma hip wheel on Derek, and as he does, Derek's just going to hop around, but he's not going to hop around real far. He's going to hop around kind of about a 90-degree angle. Now, turn around here so the camera can see. When he's hopped around here, he's been pushing here, he's going to immediately tight waist. Bam, he's going to steal that hip. Now turn around this way, this head is against the shoulder. And he's going to, when he does that, turn him toward your back here. Okay, there you go. And when he shoots his leg, he's going to drop his levels. Bam. Really classic counter. Sorry. And again, you're blocking the hip, you're hopping around, and you're pulling the trigger on a really, really clean counter. You just clock the guy. You threw him cleanly onto his back or backside, and you're in perfect position to follow through the ground fight. There you go. Okay, come on out here a bit. Now, let's parse that out real quickly. When Mike does come in around the head or anything, he hops around. Here's a hand block here, okay? This tight waist is here, but this is where people get caught up too. His head also directs where he goes, but now watch, before he does that, he's going to bend his knees and shoot. You've got to lower your levels with your legs. Don't try to bend lower, do this. You've got to lower your levels with your legs. So watch him again. Hops around and he shoots. See how he lowered his level? That's really important to lower your level with your legs. Don't just try to bend and try to sweep. You're not in a position to do anything.
You're right. As I have that tight waist, when you reach your foot out, you just try and sit down and turn and look through your opponent. So as long as you do that, you pretty much land pretty well. So we catch the tight waist, bend that knee, and immediately catch and turn.
Yeah, put chest to chest. That's a good point. I failed to say that because you want to make sure the referee knows you through him. Okay? You do one more time, then we'll let you practice this. We'll practice another time. I mean, it's a classic way to hit Tani Otoshi, valley drop. That's a classic example of it. And that's a good way to learn Tani Otoshi. You've never learned it before. Okay? Let's practice that, and then we'll do on